Hi guys, Irina here. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, let's talk about the Google Pixel 9 Pro XL. This phone feels so different from its predecessor, the Pixel 8 Pro, and I can't wait to share my experience with this phone, so let's begin. When it comes to looks and design, honestly, I was a little surprised by this change. I mean, the whole shape of this phone is different now. Yes, everybody noticed that it looks very similar to an iPhone, but I have to admit I like this shape much better because now it just feels much grippier in hand, which makes the whole interaction with the phone more convenient. Now the camera module looks slightly different, but it's still very recognizable, very Google Pixel. Well, I would say the whole Pixel 9 series looks beautiful, very aesthetic in my opinion. And when it comes to materials, we have a glass back and a metal frame here. Overall, this is a very beautiful and expensive looking phone. The first thing that struck me when I just started playing with this phone was how smooth this display is. I mean, it was pretty smooth on the Pixel 8 Pro, but this is just the next level, and it feels so good, so premium. Let's talk about the display a little bit more. We have a 6.8-inch LTPO display. It's slightly bigger than the Pixel 8 Pro. And also, this is how the Pixel 9 Pro compares to the Pro XL when it comes to dimensions. I was super excited to find out that now you have two options, and if you ask me, I prefer a smaller Pixel 9 Pro. There are some small differences between these two phones, but all in all, they feel pretty much the same. You are not missing out on any features with the Pixel 9 Pro, but you just get a more compact version, and I think it's just more convenient on a daily basis. Both phones have a peak brightness of 3000 nits, and yes, this difference in brightness is quite noticeable when compared to the Pixel 8 Pro, and I love it. The screen visibility is now even better outdoors, especially in direct sunlight. When it comes to new display features, with the Android 15, we got the color contrast on this phone and other Pixel models. So there are three contrast options, you just pick the one that looks best to you. Basically, this feature helps with visibility. Also, there's a couple of new things in the touch department. First, here in touch sensitivity, you could also enable adaptive touch. It says that it automatically adjusts to your environment, activities, and screen protector, but you still get the screen protector mode here. And in case you're wondering, yes, you can enable both if you want. And also, we now have the touch diagnostics, where you could run diagnostics on your hardware and try to fix a problem if you have any when it comes to touching, swiping, etc. Speaking of some display settings, as always, I would recommend switching to full resolution for the best experience. Yes, it drains the battery a little faster, but I think it's totally worth it. All the icons and widgets on the home screen look so much better right away. Now let's talk about the camera. We have three cameras, the main camera, ultra-wide, and the telephoto camera. Looks like we get the same main and telephoto camera, just like on the Pixel 8 Pro, but the ultra-wide camera is new. It has a larger aperture of 1.7, which is good. We could probably expect less noise in the ultra-wide photos, but let's move on to the actual photos and videos. I got tons of beautiful photos with the Pixel 9 Pro XL. The 5x zoom is my go-to option. I love using it for scenery photography and pretty much everything. The quality of the 5x zoom photos is amazing, absolutely love it. Honestly, before the launch, I was hoping that the Pixel 9 Pro XL would have a larger zoom, but maybe next time.
Till I get up, time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on
So let's take a look at the ultra-wide photos and see if there's any difference. As you can see, the photos from the 9 Pro XL look noticeably brighter, but I wouldn't say there's any significant improvement in quality. It's not like they got much sharper or have less noise at the corners of the photos.
Around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
When it comes to the front camera, we have a new 42 megapixel camera with autofocus. In my opinion, the quality of selfies got noticeably better in terms of colors and sharpness. Also, the wide angle mode is even wider now. The Add Me feature is pretty cool. I've tried it a few times with my family, and this feature is a game changer. I don't want to show my family photos here, but here's an example of how it works, and I think my twin sister and I look pretty natural here. When it comes to new video features, now in the video settings we get the 8K option, but keep in mind that it doesn't directly record 8K videos, it's still 4K, and then it can be boosted to higher video quality with enhanced detail, lighting, and colors. When you choose the 8K option, your phone will create two videos. One video will be in 1080p resolution and the second video will be in 4K, and it needs color grading. Also, the stabilization is not good, but if you add the video boost, it fixes all the problems. The video boost takes a long time. I think it took a few hours for a 12-second video, so honestly, I don't know if this whole thing is worth it. If you're thinking about content creation with the Pixel, this Pixel 9 Pro unboxing was recorded with the Pixel 9 Pro XL. As you can see, the colors look beautiful, the focus is fast. Also, I like that the objects in the video look very sharp. If you ask me, CapCut is pretty good for video editing on the Pixel. I also love InShot, but for some reason the colors look horrible and oversaturated after the export. But InShot works great on an iPhone. Now let's talk about battery life. We get a significant upgrade in this department. Google claims that now you get up to 100-hour battery life with extreme battery saver compared to 72 hours on the Pixel 8 Pro. All in all, the battery life on the Pixel 9 Pro XL is very good. I feel very comfortable with this phone, whether I take it on a country trip or an event. It can easily last me through the day, even when I shoot a lot of videos and spend much time in a video editing app, which is super draining for any phone. To be more specific, with moderate use, normally I can use this phone for about 30 hours, which is more than one day, and with heavy use, this phone can die after 12 hours, which is still pretty good. One thing in the battery department that kind of puzzled me came up when I was charging this phone. Let me explain why. I was super excited to try this 45-watt charger from Google. By the way, I love the new design, it's beautiful. So I ran a test, my phone was completely dead, so with this new 45-watt charger, it took 1 hour and 18 minutes to charge this phone from 0% to 100. Then I used my older 30-watt charger and it took, guess how long? 1 hour and 18 minutes. I was like, wait, what? I ran all the tests again. This time it was 1 hour and 21 minutes with 45-watt charger and 1 hour 17 minutes with 30-watt charger. So basically, both chargers can do their job in about 1 hour and 20 minutes. I did my research and noticed that Google claims that you can get up to 70% in 30 minutes with this new 45-watt charger. Well, normally I get about 64% after 30 minutes of charging, and 30-watt charger normally gives me 58% after 30 minutes. So as you can see, this 45-watt charger gives you an advantage if you need to quickly charge your phone up to 70%. However, it won't charge your phone faster if you want to fully charge your phone. Well, maybe my expectations were too high for this thing, but honestly, I feel a little disappointed. What do you think, guys? I spent $30 on it. Was it worth it? Let's quickly talk about the battery features of the Pixel 9 Pro XL. Well, nothing new. As usual, we get the battery share feature that lets you charge other devices like your Pixel Buds or another phone. And of course, this phone supports wireless charging. Let's move on to the speakers. Overall, I'm impressed with the speakers on the Pixel 9 Pro XL. They can be very loud. I rarely have to put the volume up to the max, but it's very helpful if the video you're watching is very quiet. The audio quality is good, can't complain. Let's talk about biometrics and security features. Let's start with the Face Unlock. The ability to open bank and health apps with the Face Unlock is so useful. I absolutely love this feature on my Pixel 8 Pro, and I love to use it on the Pixel 9 Pro XL as well. We get a new ultrasonic fingerprint sensor on the Pixel 9 Pro XL. Google claims that it's 50% faster, and yes, it feels a little faster. I think most of the time I use the Face Unlock anyway, but still there are situations when the fingerprint sensor comes in handy. I think we were all very excited to finally get the Android 15. It brought a bunch of amazing features, especially in the security and privacy department. Also, I just wanted to mention the new weather app. It's just so much better and enjoyable now. Finally, I like the AI weather reports here. It updates throughout the day, and just recently, because it hasn't rained for a very long time in New York, I've noticed that when it's raining, you can feel these vibrations imitating raindrops. This is so cool. I love it. By the way, some of you guys asked me if I've noticed that the battery drains faster after updating to Android 15, and I would say during the first few days on Android 15, yes, because I was curious to see all the new features and would just spend more time with my phone. But now when my Android 15 obsession has kind of faded, I would say the battery life feels pretty much the usual. This phone runs on Google Tensor G4. It has 16 gigabytes of RAM, and this particular unit has just 128 gigabytes of storage. When it comes to the overall performance, the Pixel 9 Pro XL is very good, very snappy, responsive, and fast. So far, I haven't had any problems with it, but make sure to update it regularly, and don't forget about the apps. This is crucial for smooth performance. You often ask me about the accessories I'm using with my phones, especially on Instagram, because, Well, I obviously show up there much more often than here. So I've been using this clear magnetic case. Love it, because this way you're not limited in terms of what accessories to use with your phone. This case was very cheap. I think it was about $10, and the quality is very good. The next item is a pop socket. I love using it, especially with big phones. It just feels more comfortable and easier to hold the phone. And lately, one of the most useful accessories for me has been this mini tripod. Sometimes I use it as a stand and sometimes as a tripod when I need to record a video. I'll put all the links in the description. Usually, the difference between two consecutive models is not that dramatic, but this time I feel like I could never go back to the 8 Pro after using this phone. I think even if you're upgrading from the Pixel 8 Pro, you will feel this upgrade. From the big change in design to the new display and improved battery life, honestly, I truly love using this phone. Super excited about all the upcoming feature drops. Can't wait to see what else this phone is capable of. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think and if you have any questions. See you in the next video, guys!